vitamin B12 that keeps Alzheimer's away. In this video, I'll share 3 powerful reasons you need to pay attention to one simple vitamin, and the last reason will truly shock you. If you or someone you love is worried about memory loss, confusion, or the frightening possibility of Alzheimer's, then please don't look away. Because what I'm about to share could change everything for you. But first, let me ask you something. Have you ever walked into a room and completely forgotten why you went in there? Or maybe you fumbled for someone's name, someone you've known for years, and suddenly it just slips your mind? You feel that little moment of panic. That nagging voice in your head, is this just aging, or is something more serious happening? You're not alone. And more importantly, you're not crazy. Because every year, millions of people over 60 feel exactly the same way. That quiet fear. That wondering, is this the beginning of Alzheimer's? It's a fear I've seen in my own family. I watched my grandfather, a proud and brilliant man, slowly forget the names of his children, then their faces, then himself. And I can tell you, there's nothing more heartbreaking than watching someone disappear while they're still sitting right in front of you. So when I learned there's a simple vitamin, something most people don't even think about, that plays a huge role in protecting our brains, I knew I had to talk about it. I had to get this out there, because here's the truth. If you're over 60, there's a very good chance you're not getting enough of this one vitamin. And that deficiency could be putting your brain at risk. I'm talking about vitamin B12. You might have heard of it before. Maybe your doctor mentioned it briefly, or you saw it on the back of a multivitamin bottle. But here's the thing, most people, especially seniors, don't realize how essential B12 is for brain health, and here's where it gets really serious. Low levels of vitamin B12 don't just make you tired. They can cause confusion, memory loss, depression, balance issues, and yes, even symptoms that look exactly like early Alzheimer's. In fact, some studies have found that up to 20% of people diagnosed with dementia might actually just have a severe B12 deficiency. Let me say that again. Up to 1 in 5 people who've been told they have dementia might just be dangerously low in B12. That's not just shocking, that's heartbreaking. Because B12 deficiency is something we can catch, something we can treat, something we can do something about before it's too late. But most people have no idea they're even deficient. Why? Because the symptoms creep in slowly. You might feel more tired than usual, or a little foggy. Maybe your hands or feet feel a bit numb or tingly. You chalk it up to age. Maybe your doctor even tells you it's normal. But it's not. See, as we get older, our bodies don't absorb B12 the way they used to. It's a natural part of aging, but it can be dangerous if we ignore it. Your stomach produces less acid, which makes it harder to break down food and extract the B12. Plus, many common medications, like those for acid reflux or diabetes, can make absorption even worse. That means even if you eat healthy, even if you take care of yourself, you could still be running low. Now, I know this might sound a little overwhelming. But don't worry, I'm here to walk you through it, step by step. This isn't about fear. This is about hope. Because if you understand what's happening in your body, you can do something about it. Let me tell you about a woman I recently spoke with. Her name is Margaret. She's 67. Sharp as a tack, full of life. But about a year ago, she started noticing something was off. She'd forget appointments, misplace her keys. One day, she even forgot how to get to her daughter's house, a place she'd been visiting for over a decade. She was terrified. Her doctor ran tests. They considered early-stage dementia, but someone, thankfully, suggested checking her B12 levels. Turns out, Margaret was severely deficient. Her body had just stopped absorbing it properly. She started on high-dose B12 supplements, and within weeks, her mind began to clear. She told me it felt like a fog lifting. Now, not every story ends that neatly, but it shows you just how powerful this vitamin is, and how crucial it is to catch deficiencies early. And that brings us to the first big reason why B12 matters so much, especially for those of us over 60. Reason number 1, B12 literally protects your brain cells from damage. Think of your brain like a vast network of wires, neurons, firing constantly, helping you think, remember, speak, move. Each of those wires is wrapped in something called myelin. It's like insulation, keeping the signal strong and clear. Well, B12 is what helps your body make that insulation. Without enough B12, your brain's wiring starts to fray. Messages get scrambled. Reaction times slow. Memory slips. That's not just theory, this is proven, peer-reviewed science. When B12 is low, your brain physically degenerates. And that's when those scary symptoms, confusion, memory loss, personality changes start to show up. But the good news is, this damage can often be slowed or even reversed if caught early enough. That's why this video is so important. This isn't just about a supplement, it's about your future. Imagine being able to protect your memories. Stay sharp and independent. Keep doing the things you love, not just for yourself, but for your family, your partner, your grandchildren, because they need you. The real you, not a shadow of who you used to be. And here's what's so encouraging. Vitamin B12 is safe. It's affordable. It's easy to take. There's no reason to wait until symptoms get worse. You can take action now. In just a moment, I'll tell you the second reason B12 is so critical, something that ties directly into your mood, energy, and emotional health. And trust me, this one hits close to home for so many people over 60. But before we get there, let me just pause and say this. If any of this is sounding familiar, if you felt more tired, more forgetful, more off than usual lately, don't ignore it. You don't have to just put up with it. You don't have to accept mental decline as a given. There's always something you can do. And it starts with knowledge. So stick with me, because in the next part, we'll go even deeper, and I'll explain how B12 affects something far beyond memory, something that can change the way you feel each day. And then, in the final chapter, we'll uncover a shocking connection most people have never heard of, but that could be a game changer for your brain, and I promise, you'll want to hear it. Let's keep going.